elementary. Remember puffing on that remedy specifically. Fourth grade ditch day, chilling with the OGs. Block was lit, early 90s, drive-bys. Heavy of the night, catch a body.
What's up, internet? Brian Spillwell here. Yeah, so we're headed down to Chaparral right now. We're taking the Grom out. 2014, I believe. If you guys have that Grom, you should have a recall, maybe from last year to this year. And the recall is actually for the fuel pump, is what they tell me. So, you know, I'm taking it in. That's Chaparral is pretty much our local dealer around here, and they got one in stock. I already called yesterday to schedule it to get dropped off, and you know, I guess you know, the recall should only take an hour or less is what the guy told me, so I'm hoping not to be there too long, but you know, who knows what's really gonna happen. But yeah, so I haven't really seen too many people talk about it, but I don't know if it's only for the 2014 or if it's the 2015 as well, but for sure the 2014 has a fuel pump recall, and you can't actually register the bike and get your tag until you get that replaced. Damn. It's pretty simple. I mean, you're not supposed to technically put any money out of pocket for this repair. You know, like I said, the dealers are all pretty much aware of it. You just tell them what year, your bike, and you know, they'll look it up and be like, oh yeah, blah blah blah, you know, fuel pump or whatever the case may be for your bike. If you have a recall, it's pretty much the same thing, and they get the part in, or if they have it in stock, they just tell you to bring it down, and you know, they should take care of everything for you. You just fill out the paperwork, obviously, your plate and little minor stuff, and then, you know, hey, they said under an hour, so I can't see it taking any longer than that either. I mean, everything's really easy to get to. So far, this is the only recall I've actually ever experienced with the bike. So this is new to me as well, you know, and I've been riding bikes since 2006, so that should tell you something. Recalls on good bikes don't usually come along too often. I'm not saying this isn't a good bike by any means. It's like I want to wheelie, but there's fucking goddamn cars. SB strong. I'm actually riding dirty right now. Just because, you know, my registration it's paid, but my sticker expired. So basically, I got another bike's plate on here just so that I don't get looked at. So I don't recommend doing that, but hey. Sometimes you just gotta get it done, because I don't have no truck or trailer, so can't fucking tow this little baby down here. Let's get this recall taken care of. Let's go ahead and put the actual legit plate for this bike on first. We'll be right back. That was a big fucking flopping waste of time. Oh man, I swear Chaparral always comes up short when I have to come to him. And I hate to talk about him because they're the only local shop around here, but man, every time I come here it's questionable to say the least. Fill you guys in. So, walked down the street, went to go get something to eat, waited there for about an hour, then I mobbed it back to shop. Walked around inside shop for a little bit, but you know, definitely didn't really want to buy anything. There's nothing that comes to my mind. They don't really have any stunt parts that I can just, you know, pick up for the Jigsaw or this, so did that for about an hour and a half. Yeah, almost 2 hours now, and I get a call thinking my bike's done. And sure enough, the guy was like, oh, unfortunately there's a problem. And I'm like, oh, don't tell me they couldn't get to the fuel pump because my cage or something. And no, they just overshot, and they actually didn't even have the part. You know, they showed 2 in stock, but I guess apparently they were not in stock. So I just waited all that time for nothing. But what gets me is because the guy, you know, pretty much lied to my fucking face. You know, just lies to my face and says the bike's taken apart. You know, they didn't have the part. He's so sorry, this, that, and the other. But when I walked back from the initial hour of eating, I walked the back way just to see, because I had a feeling that, you know, for some reason I felt like they weren't even gonna move my bike by then. And sure enough, you know, I walked back there after that hour break, and my bike hasn't even moved. It's just sitting right there waiting to be pushed, like, you know, inside the gate. So I mean, I don't really care that the guy lied, but it's like, man, you guys didn't even move my bike for an hour, like. And when Honda's only paying them an hour to do the job, like, complete. So oh man, I'm not happy with Chaparral again. I know you guys don't know the previous things that have happened, but I've had a tire put on backwards and a chain and sprocket kit put on, we'll just say improperly, because I don't really know what the hell happened with that. But on my R6S, I basically had a chain and sprocket kit put on there. I had you know, a stunt sprocket kit put on there, and basically they didn't tighten my chain or you know, do the clamp down right, and the chain ended up coming off on me. That part was, it was mid-wheelie, it was on the 91 freeway by Malcolm Smith Motorsports, and it was the first ride. I literally rode it to work, rode it back home. It was the first wheelie attempt, and you know, I don't think they mushed the little rivets or whatever that hold the chain in right, because that thing just clutched up. You know, I was going about 70 in second gear or so, and I was doing a sit down, and freaking I just the bike went into neutral, dropped down, freaking I felt just this cold weird like feeling on the back of my legs. And that was because the chain had cut through the oil filter, cut through the plastic piece, and whipped me right in the back, like, of my thigh, where my knee and my thigh kind of bend. And it just, you know, straight cut my pants open. Luckily, it didn't cut me too bad, but he left me a nasty burn. And it just wasn't a good experience. And all I did was, you know, with that situation, I freaking had to bring the bike back, and you know, I didn't even trust him enough to put it on. I just got a new chain from him and went home and put that thing on myself, and didn't have an issue. But yeah, so I'm just gonna say, you know, my experience with Chaparral, to say the least, has just never been a good customer service experience. Except, I mean, no, not even when buying my Gixxer, it wasn't even a good customer service experience, or my R6. So I can't really say anything good about that shop anymore. The shitty part about it is that I knew something was gonna happen like this. Every time I deal with Chaparral, just kind of sucks. Hate having to deal with it. Should have went to Malcolm Smith. Jesus. Gang of po. And I hope they don't see my plate, because I got expired tags. Yeah, well, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this video up. I'm gonna go smoke me a bowl, take my happy ass to sleep, and go back to work, since today was just, ow. Yeah, today was just uneventful.
Moms tried to get me in, but I hid away. Broke family made me wanna run away. Cutting lines the whole summer, cop a bike, got it jacked the first day. My sister laughed, so I punched her in the face.